Welcome to the program. I'm Andrew Wilkow. There are 49 days until the election, and Mitt Romney has been caught in the best scandal ever. He was captured on tape speaking the absolute truth about the welfare state. If his campaign doesn't own it and run with it unapologetically, they should all be fired. Mother Jones magazine, a far-left publication, dropped what it thought was a bomb on Mitt Romney with the help of Jimmy Carter's grandson. He's the one that found this anonymous tape and brought it to the attention of Mother Jones magazine. And they put out a cell phone video of Romney talking about the 47% of people who believe that the government exists to take care of them and subsidize their every need. People like this.
It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's going to help me.
Will you know today how much money you're getting?
No, I won't, but I'm waiting for a phone call.
Where's the money coming from?
I believe it's coming from the city of Detroit or the state.
Where did they get it from?
Some funds that was given by Obama.
And where did Obama get the funds?
Obama might have gotten the funds from, I have no idea. Tell you the truth, he's the president.
Why are you here?
To get some money.
What kind of money?
Obama money.
Where's it coming from?
Obama.
And where did Obama get it?
I don't know, his stash. I don't know. I don't know where he got it from. But he giving it to us to help us. We love him. That's why we voted for him.
I promised myself I wouldn't do this. These are the people who really believe this, and Romney was speaking unscripted and sounded like any normal taxpayer who's frustrated with tax and spend liberalism. The video was shot at a small fundraiser in Boca Raton, Florida. Now, here's the video.
47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them. And they will vote for this president no matter what. And I mean, the president starts off with 48, 49, 40, he starts off with a huge number. These are people who pay no income tax. 47% of Americans pay no income tax. So our message of low taxes doesn't connect. And he'll be out there talking about tax cuts for the rich. I mean, that's what they sell every 4 years. And so my job is not to worry about those people. I'll never convince them that they should take personal responsibility and care for their lives. What I have to do is convince the 5 to 10% in the Senate that are independent, that are thoughtful, that look at voting one way or the other depending upon, in some cases, emotion, whether they like the guy or not.
How much do you love this? The best part is that was said behind closed doors. In other words, that's what his gut is telling him. It's kind of like his gut reaction to the Innocence of Muslims video when he said, "We don't apologize for our Constitution and our freedom of speech." There's no reason on earth for Romney to apologize for this. It does not matter how much the Obama campaign and its media parrots try to portray Romney as cold and uncaring for this type of language. If anything, this is going to endear him to conservative and maybe even libertarian voters who are not so sure about him. Here's Romney addressing the video, and he doesn't apologize for his statements.
As I point out, I recognize that among those that pay no tax, approximately 47% of Americans, I'm not likely to be highly successful with a message of lowering taxes. That's not as attractive to those who don't pay income taxes as it is to those who do. And likewise, those who are reliant on government are not as attracted to my message of slimming down the size of government.
Good stuff. If Republicans back down here, we are never, ever going to rein in the welfare state. The dependence on government is at the highest point in history, jumping over 8% in the past year, with the most money going towards housing, health care, welfare, and retirement. In 2011, an average individual who depends on Washington could receive $32,748 in benefits, which is more than the nation's average disposable income of $32,446. There are over 100 million people enrolled in at least one welfare program run by government. That's over a third of the nation. This is madness, and it has to stop. which is exactly what Romney was getting at. Remember when Obama called Romney's tax plan Romneyhood? It's because he believes in the static pie view, that there's a finite amount of capital and an infinite number of people who need it but can't get it, when in fact, the opposite is true. Here, take a listen.
Governor Romney's plan would effectively raise taxes on middle-class families with children by an average of $2,000 to pay for this tax cut. He'd ask the middle class to pay more in taxes so that he could give another $250,000 tax cut to people making more than $3 million a year. It's like Robin Hood in reverse. It's Romneyhood.
Obama and the Democrats really believe that all the money in the economy is really for government to distribute. Whoever works for it just exists to generate revenue so the government can spend it. They place no value on the labor of an individual, except when they need the individual to support the collective. Progressives love the whole "we're all in this together" thing until it comes time to pay up. Then they point the finger and impose a social debt on the shrinking few. Democrats also portray themselves as the champions of the everyman. Well, if we're going to play videos of politicians talking unscripted about the common folk, let's remember what Obama once said about regular people.
People have been beaten down so long, and they feel so betrayed by government.
So it's not surprising then that they get bitter and they cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them. Or a way to explain their frustration.
Guns, religion, and racism. The taxpayer has been funding a war on poverty since 1964. Before that, there was the New Deal and the Second Bill of Rights, or what was known as the Four Freedoms, that included a freedom from want. Here's a question. Has the taxpayer seen a return on investment for its investment in the war on poverty? The answer is no. We have a tax code that frees so many from the burden of paying for the government while allowing so many to access government programs. We've also seen this little promise to the taxpayer to break even on government programs. Who really believes that a dollar sent to government gets the taxpayer a dollar of service? Taxpayers have been led to believe that their taxes cover the cost of the programs they use. But wait. What about the people who use the programs but don't pay for them? The payer user of a government program is sharing costs with the non-payer user of the very same program. That's a loser for the payer right there. Tax credits are the way progressive politicians have sought to buy off the middle class and continue to get their votes to allow for more welfare spending. And they've managed to create loyal voting blocs. It's considered cruel to expect the poor to pay any taxes, even if they're the largest consumers of government spending. Now, while the rich who pay the lion's share of the tax burden earn too much to ever use any of the programs they pay for. So, as it stands, the more you contribute to government, the less you get. The less you contribute to government, the more you get. So, Mother Jones got Romney on tape, so they caught him off script. I actually hope this becomes the script, because what he echoed is what every single taxpayer feels but is afraid to say. Now, how long until cliche media figures start to call this 47 Gate? If this is a scandal, I'll take it every time. This line of thought worked really well for a guy who went on to be the greatest president of the modern era, Ronald Reagan. All right.